at Arsenal. I remember you lot writing me off before I kicked the ball at Blackburn Rovers.
Arsenal versus Manchester City, Sunday at the Emirates, undeniably the game of the weekend. Both those clubs know a little bit about clean sheets. And by the way, both those teams know a little bit about goalkeepers who play out from the back. Edison's made his fair share of mistakes with his feet over the years. It just shows that it does happen. Now,
are you getting worried?
Worried about what?
Well, your prediction that Ramsdale wouldn't ever play would be banished.
I am not
banished from the Arsenal team.
I wasn't actually going to mention this topic today because it's getting embarrassing for you. The longer that Raya spends in that team, the harder it gets for you to hang on to your credibility.
Raya made a mistake. I don't know whether you watched the game.
Yeah, I've already referenced it. He made a mistake.
He made a mistake.
And if Arteta drops him on the back of that mistake, he's even bigger knee-jerk character than you are. You're the one who's written off Onana already. I don't think Arteta's going to be writing off his new goalkeeper so quickly. Now, one player who has been written off by some Arsenal fans is Kai Havertz. Start of the season, had a very, very difficult time. Was given what we have kind of slightly cruelly called a pity penalty last week in the win at Bournemouth. Was allowed to take the penalty because Arsenal were already home and hosed. Scored it. Mikel Arteta said afterwards that he thought that would rehabilitate Havertz. Would you pick Havertz for this game on Sunday? I think it takes more than a penalty to get somebody back on track, doesn't it?
I mean, my view on Havertz is I think it was harsh to write him off basically before he'd kicked the ball at Arsenal. I remember you lot writing me off before I kicked the ball at Blackburn Rovers.
Hang on a minute, I was about 12 years old then.
You probably had an opinion on it, though.
Yeah, I actually did.
But look, I mean, will he start for Arsenal at the weekend? Well, they're running out of players, so I suspect he will. With regards to your phrase, the pity penalty, I've got to say, it was a good thing in the end. All I thought about at that time, imagine Kenny Dalglish or Martin O'Neill, you're 2-0 to the good, and then you hand the ball to somebody to take a penalty because you feel sorry for them. Just imagine if he missed that penalty and Bournemouth had got back in the game. That's an absolute no. It worked and it's good. Has that really kicked him on? It'll give him a bit of confidence. I remember I can only describe it as a bit of a house penalty for Celtic when we were 4 or 5-0 up against Hibs when I dinked it into the roof of the net. But that was 4 or 5-0 up, right?
Why did you take it? What do you mean?
Why did I take it? Because I was on penalties, but it's more the manner in which to take it. The old Panenka.
Taking.
So in that respect, it was okay, but I wouldn't have dared do that.
So it worked,
0-0 or 1-0.
It worked.
It worked, yeah, brilliant. Google it. YouTube it.
I absolutely will YouTube. that. So I think that's a massive game at the weekend. Now, I think this weekend's fixtures, by the way, are going to be pretty difficult to call. Don't know why you're laughing.
You got the old reverse gear stick now, haven't you? You're going backward. They're all difficult now. Do you realise? Just you got it wrong last week, didn't you? And you don't want to play anymore?
A week ago to this very moment, we were sitting in different places. I'm in a hotel room in Nottingham today. You're in a hotel room in Glasgow. We'll talk about that in a minute. But last week at our respective homes, we were doing this little pod, and I got very bullish and started predicting all the weekend scores and thought I'd get them all right and win a fortune and all the rest of it. And what did I get out of 10? What did I get out of the 9?
You got 3 out of 9 on an easy week.
Yeah, although if I'd